First of all, before I even start this, can we get into Beyonce Homecoming documentary? I say less. Like, she put on for us. She put on for us. Okay. Let's see what I got. Now that I got that out the way, let's get into this beat. That the key to flawless, so to speak, makeup application is your base, your canvas, what you are applying, not necessarily the products, because I'm gonna be real with y'all, I don't use all these expensive crazy products. Like, sis is on a budget. Don't mind my shirt, it already has makeup on it. But the goal is to kind of fill you guys in a little bit on the techniques that I use and what I do to create the looks that I have and the looks that, you know, I put together. So you can create these same looks and same things that you're seeing on Instagram, on YouTube, with the right application. Don't get me wrong, some products that are a little bit more pricier are important because of the consistency of the product, the pigments and things like that, but you don't have to go expensive the whole way through. So I start by putting on some sort of moisturizer. For me, it's just lotion. For you, whatever you choose, you can go with that, whatever works for your skin. And then I go into a primer, and I actually like to use, for my primer, I actually like to use this. It's all beat up because it has makeup on it, but I get super oily, so I like a matte look because by the end of the day, my pores begin to open up and the oil just come flooding in. So this actually works like really well for me. I love it. Somebody put me onto it, and I even use it when I'm not doing makeup. Like, that's how good it is. But yeah, I start with that, and then I go into my foundation. Foundation today, I'm just gonna be using Black Opal. Generally I use my Fenty, but I'm gonna see what the Black Opal is hitting for, and let you guys know. It is matte, pore perfecting liquid foundation. I believe this is matte, but I don't think it's super full coverage, so you probably have to like build it up. So we'll see. I do have like some blemishes and breakouts on my face. Before I go in with my foundation though, I'm going to apply some color corrector. As you can see, I'm already hitting pan. Like, I'll be going in on this, and this is also NYX. They have good color corrector. You can really find pretty much any color corrector, and I just pretty much apply it on the areas that I want to cancel out any dark marks or anything. I kind of got a low-key mustache. Yeah, so that gotta go. And you just plop that shit on. I got some bumps here, so I'm gonna plop that there and just apply it sparingly. Really, if you have a full coverage foundation, you don't really need that much of this, unless you really have like a lot of dark marks and stuff you want to cover. Sometimes I don't even use this because the foundation conceals it all, and then you just want to blend that out with a damp brush, usually a damp sponge or a foundation brush. I'm just going to use a foundation brush because I don't feel like getting up, and I don't have any water nearby. I will have to get up and go to do that. So I'm just gonna blend this out. less is more with the products to achieve what you want. But when you build it, you get the right amount, you know, going. In the past, I've used like way too much makeup, and then I get super oily, like it's crazy. But I'm gonna go in with the Black Opal foundation, and it looks pretty good as far as color matching. So you just pretty much go all over your face. Yeah, this is, you see how that covered that. This is like full coverage, I feel like. And if you need a second layer, you can go in with a second layer, but like I said, build it and then decide. Also, don't mind my warped edges. I like to have a fan on, so y'all can probably hear the fan. This is my ceiling fan, but I actually have a mini fan for like when I'm sitting doing my makeup at a desk, or like I'm in the bathroom. I have like a mini fan, excuse me, that I use. Sorry, my battery's dying. That I use to dry my foundation. I'm actually gonna go in a little bit more with just another layer. And I didn't use a lot on my brush. I used a little bit. Lately I've been going in with my foundation with the foundation brush, whereas before I was doing the beauty blender. But I actually like you want to always get like your jawline underneath. But I like the foundation brush too. I like both, but the sponges hold a lot of bacteria. So you really have to change those often. And the brush you could just simply clean. I mean, you can clean the sponge too, but all right. So boom, this is what we looking like. And I did order Chinese food, and see how I love y'all. I'm just gonna do the beat first. I'm gonna go in now with the concealer for highlight. I'm using, of course, LA Girl Pro, and this is Fawn, so this works for me. And I go in like this. I go down the bridge of my nose, and the key for me, I'm gonna set this because I want to fill that out. Like it's not really like bags, like, you know, like heavily, but I like that smooth look. So I put a little bit here. I don't like a lot there. And then a lot of people like to fill their brows first and then go in with the concealer. I actually do mine in reverse. And the reason I do that, I'm gonna show you in a second. And lately I've been just going under. I haven't been going on top because it takes more work to blend it out and whatnot. So I save myself a little bit of time doing it that way. And you can go in with this with a sponge if you like, or a beauty blender. I'm just gonna use my same foundation brush, and I'm just gonna, instead of like wiping it, I'm gonna pat it into my skin like this, so that I get the same technique of the beauty blender that I get the same technique as I would with the beauty blender with the brush. So I just tap it into my skin, and you can already see like how it's kind of concealing my little bags and whatnot. So you just tap, 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 tap. And it actually helps blend it out because I already had the color of the foundation on the brush. So it kind of dims the color out, if that makes sense. And tap, 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 tap. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys and you just keep blending it out until it looks like really clean, really smooth. But I'm gonna show you guys what I meant by highlighting. I had this little dent going here, so I like to kind of set that. But I'm gonna tell you guys what I meant by doing the brows the way I'm doing them. The key for me has always been to like go with the natural shape of the brow. I mean, if you have some sort of brow, just even a little bit, like you can already see like how my brows look before and how they look now just with me doing that underneath. It's like, it's crazy. You will see the outline more of your natural brow, and then I fill based on that. So I get like a more natural brow look. I don't have to spend time trying to figure it out. I just follow what's already here. Now, if you don't really have brows at all, excuse me, Lord God, hope I'm not coming down with something. If you don't really have brows at all, then I could understand doing the other method where you fill them first and then you go in with the concealer. But I prefer this. I prefer this. And then I'm just going to take my angle brush. I have a angle brush, and before I even start, I like to squeeze the tip. This is Kestrel. It's really, I got it from like, not Sephora. I got it from, I got this set of brushes from Nordstrom Rack, I think. But I like to squeeze the tip so that I get it as fine and precise as possible. So this is really like art. You're literally drawing the brow on. So precision is key here. Now if I could just find my brow gel. I should have had all of this prepared already, forgive me. So I use Anastasia, and this is the Dip Brow Pomade in Ebony. And I actually need to re-up because I'm super low. And when I went in to Sephora, because I got a gift card, they were out, and I was like so upset. Boom. I create the canvas for it and then I fill after. So, and I try to go as light as possible because when you're creating the initial shape, you want it to be as precise as possible, and you need to really have a steady hand. And I'm doing this through the camera of the phone, so bear with me. I'm using the camera as a mirror. And the funny part is I actually have a mirror here. Don't judge. And you pretty much just fill it in. So create that outline first, and then you fill in the lines. It's like, you know, when you were learning to color in a coloring book. Sorry, I gotta use this mirror because and it takes a little bit of time. The brows are usually the most time consuming sometimes because you don't want to rush this. I've rushed my brows before and I'm always like upset at how it comes out. You can rush everything else, the makeup application, all of that, but you don't want to really rush filling the brow. And when I get to the front, I like to line up the corner here, and I also like to do that just to make sure, because I've seen sometimes ladies like you're going too far over. You know, it's okay to go a little bit further than this, but it should be no more than like here, really, because then it just looks, it doesn't look authentic. Like, people can tell when you're filling your brows anyway, but try to follow your natural outline and shape. And it's better if you have your brows done, because then you really get a clean canvas to work with. But if not, then, and then I just like to make little small strokes. Okay, so brow one down. And I definitely forgot to set my under eye, so let's do that now. And I just tap that in. And I like to tap it in a decent amount because I feel like I get less left behind when it's time to pretty much swipe it off. I don't know what that's called, so to speak. When it's that's when you have that, when you take a picture and the flash hits in and it's like, oh my God. So I try to tap it in a little bit more. I have more on this side, but that's okay. And so that it really sets into the skin and absorb. And you don't really need a lot. This is I like to set here too, just because like pretty much all the places that I get super oily, I kind of just, even if I didn't conceal for highlight, I just like to set it a little bit with this particular setting powder because it, again, it keeps me super matte. Boom, baking soda. I got baking soda. All right, so I like to set with, okay, so let me explain. This is Benai Luxury Powder, and this is actually a mix of things. It's Sasha Buttercup, Benai Luxury Powder, and what? It's not Topaz. It was another color that I had, but then I actually mixed Topaz into it too. So it's like 3 different setting powders. combined to give me a certain kind of look that I wanted. And I just started playing around with things until I got it how I wanted it to be. So that's that. But yeah, let me get into this other brow. And one of my brows are always different than the next. But I heard that's coming, so. That's fine. I don't even know what that beeping noise is, but again, I'm looking to make sure I'm not going too far out. Sometimes I go just a little further out because when I apply just my powder, because I would like to go over my foundation with some sort of face powder. Again, I'm like I need to be super matte. You can already see like I'm getting oily in some spots, but it's okay if you go a little further over because when I clean everything up, it's gonna kind of erase some of it. So this is so different doing it through the camera, using the camera as a mirror. I'm wondering if I'm as precise as I am usually. Boom, second brow on. Probably gonna go a little higher here. Yo, there's been so many times where I'm like working on my brows and I'm like trying to get them to match and I'm building. And this brows getting bigger and bigger. Like, and sometimes I just be like, fuck it, this is good enough. Like, it's good to try to get your makeup to be as clean as possible, but the reality is this is art and not everything has to be perfect when it comes to your makeup, and it takes time. Like some of my looks take me over an hour, you know, like seeing it on YouTube is fast as fuck because they're speeding it up, but it really does take time to get it how you want it. Okay, I'm satisfied with my brows for now. You can see a little bit of my hairs coming out, which is messing up the shape of my brow somewhat, but I'm content with this. So I am going to go in with my face powder, and I like to use L'Oreal True Match. This is a C6, which is, I believe this is like a cool. Yeah, this is cool. So find out which powder works for you. I feel like I can't use foundation if I'm not setting it with a powder. I don't know how many of you feel the same way, but it gives me like a clean look, in my opinion. Clean, smooth. And I'm just gonna get rid of that. And I'll go under the jawline. I don't really go down on my neck and things like that because I wear clothes that usually come up around the neck and things like that, and I don't want to be bothered with I don't want to be bothered with that. Sorry, my little headscarf is in the way, and I have a weird ass headline, so you know I have to be careful that I'm blending all the way up and whatnot, because, and this is what I meant by I come down here too and I do this, and I dab up here above the brow. Everybody has their own techniques and things, you know. This is what works for me. This is what I like to do. So I'm not here to tell you guys to start switching up your looks and stuff like that, switching up your techniques, so to speak. Sorry, I said looks. I'm just showing you how I do it, and who knows, you may try it and like it. So brows done. I'm baking. Foundation is almost done. I'm gonna contour, and to do that, I actually like, for contouring, I really like Black Radiance. They have a bomb contour. The color is perfect for me. I actually ran out, but this is the, I always get the medium to dark. This one is the, it's not, is this the powder? This is not the powder, but the powder one to this, I love it. But I ran out, so now I'm using NYX, and clearly I need to re-up, but I like this one too. It's a little darker, I feel, than the NYX, but it does what I need it to do. And I like to contour my jawline and under my jawline, aka your double chin. And I like to do that because who likes a double chin? And you just pretty much trace down your jawline, and I have this like weird thing, so I like to go heavy in this area. Boom, see that? How just makeup, I'm telling you. I don't like to look like a whole different person, but I like to be on piznai, on point. And you just blend it so that it's not really harsh. You just keep going over the area until it's exactly the way you want it to be. And you're pretty much creating like a shadow so that when the light hits you a certain way, it's not pronounced, it's not standing out. And then I go and I accentuate my cheekbones that are already high. I didn't even tell y'all what brush this was. This is a MAC brush, but I don't, I've had it so long, I don't even, it's worn off the lettering. So I don't, and I come up, I don't even know what brush this is, but I come up here and I bring it down here like that. I come up here and I bring it down there like that. It's funny how you can make a song out of damn near anything. I know I sure do. And for some reason this side don't never like blend out the right way, but y'all don't be seeing all that, so you just make it work. And I even sometimes like to go up here. Like when I used to conceal around my eyebrows, I actually used to take this color and go up here to blend it out so that it's not highlighted like that. I hate that look where you can actually see like the highlight area. And then this is pretty much my canvas. This is the canvas. And I leave my bake on while I work on my lids. So for lid priming, I'm already creasing, as you can see. The oil is in abundance, but I was using Urban Decay Potion Primer for a very long time. I still use it, but I have recently discovered p.louise base. This is like the holy grail of holy grails. I love it. I prefer the lighter shade. And I actually sometimes mix this with my Urban Decay just because I'm mad extra. And the Urban Decay that I have a smaller one, so I use the little brush. It helps me to apply both. So I get a little bit of the Urban Decay on there, and I like to put it like right in my crease. And kind of blend it out. And then I just take the p.louise and I apply some to the brush. And then I go in like this. And I tap it in. And I just recently got the p.louise. So I'm still learning, you know, how to work with it, because it's like a creamy consistency. It's not super thick, but it's not runny either at the same time. I mean, I feel like for me personally, as long as I have my crease area covered, because that's the key for me. Like, I don't like to crease. I don't like seeing the shadow creasing. Once I have that covered, I feel like I'm good for the most part. And then I just kind of like just get like some of the excess a little higher, like blend it outward. So this looks perfect to me. This looks like a perfect canvas almost. Yeah. Yep. That looks really good. That's a good base to work with, and you really don't need a lot. Like, this is how much I put on the applicator. And I'm sure everybody that I've seen use this, apply it with a brush. I feel like you could use your fingers though to blend out. I have nails, so not ideal for me. Oh gosh, this side is a little more difficult to apply because it's my left eye. And you just keep coming up, blending upward. And you can use this to cut your crease. You can use it for all that good stuff. It's actually perfect. That's really why I got it, to cut my crease. Look at that. I got it really for when I want to cut my crease. Come up a little higher here. Come up a little higher. Sorry. I have moments. Boom. I think we good to go. We're good to go. And I am going to be working with a lot of pretty colors today. Bold, bright, heavily pigmented colors today. And that's why this is important. Very important for what I want to do. So this is the canvas. This is the canvas. I didn't contour my nose yet because once I dust off, then I will go in and contour my nose. So for the most part, for my lids, I'm gonna be using the Urban Decay Electric palette. This palette, I'm glad I bought it because the pigments is so damn like pigmented. It's crazy. Like, it's off the chain. I'm gonna go into look at that.
Going so hard on you, but you're so soft on me. Used to try to get close, but all you did was run from me. Screaming, I ain't shit, fuck that, fuck this woman, what do you want from me? Misery loves company. Well, you can get the fuck from me. Maybe I'm tripping for thinking you in love with me. Baby, this was lust. I'm trying to see what's up before a nigga gon' roll on you. Thought you was down, more like you out. You ain't around, so I'm just out. I ain't even tripping, fuck all your bullshitting. Bags been packed, here's the keys to the house.
Fuck you, you bitch.
I ain't into making scenes. I'ma show myself out. I kept it 100. Funny thing, I ain't get 99 out. All these women know me, and you the one I thought about. Why you was bitching, I was trying to hold it down. In the pool of emotions, I'm just trying not to drown. But if a nigga did, I bet you wouldn't be around.
I was too nice about it. Should've been friends instead. I was too nice about it. I think I'm in over my head. I was too nice about it. All good things come to an end. I was too nice about it. I was too nice about it. I was too nice about it. Should've been friends instead. I was too nice about it. I think I'm in over my head. I was too nice about it. All good things come to an end. I was too nice about it. I was too nice about it.
Baby, you trippin'. You know I'm out trying to get it. I'm on a mission, putting that work till I win it. And I won't stop till I get it. Used to be with it, now I'm just quitting. Bad thing about it, you don't see a nigga fishing. No, I'm going hard and a nigga so persistent. Used to have my back, now you probably in the distance. Tryna fuck with a nigga brain. You be doing all the same things. I call you bitch so much, you might as well go and get a name change. I ain't with the bullshit.
I ain't fucking with you, had to dismiss you. They gon' go get you. Baby say cheese, remember this to take a picture. Gave you my heart and I want it back. Gave you my all, but you ain't want none of that. Used to be down, but now don't want none of that. And this is the last, and no, I ain't running back. I was too nice about it. Should've been friends instead. I was too nice about it. I think I'm in over my head. I was too nice about it. All good things come to an end. I was too nice about it. I was too nice about it. I was too nice about it. Should've been friends instead. I was too nice about it. I think I'm in over my head. I was too nice about it. All good things come to an end. I was too nice about it. I was too nice about it. Baby, you trip. You know I'm out trying to get. I was too nice about it. Baby, you trip. You know I'm out trying to get. I was too nice about it. Baby, you trip. You know I'm out trying to get. I was too nice about it. Baby, you trip. You know I'm out trying to get. I was too nice about it.
At this point, I'm just going in onto my right. Above the crease, right underneath the brow bone, blending that color out. I am taking the same color onto my left eye and applying it right beneath the brow bone as well, and just working to blend out. And I kind of let the p.louise base dry up a bit, and so I have to work a little bit harder to blend the colors out to get them the way I want. If your color payout is not exactly the way you want it to be, you just go back in and apply more of the shadow and then blend it out again, of course. So that is what I'm doing. I'm applying more color because I want it to have a strong color payoff and ensure that this spring look comes together the way I want it to. And after I blend this out, I am going to apply some highlighter to my brow bone. And I'm sorry, excuse me, I have to wipe my nose because I must be allergic to makeup or something, because I always have sort of like a nasal drip when I'm applying my makeup. But anyway, I'm just continuing to blend out so that everything is clean and smooth. And I am going to next go into my wing liner. I decided to just speed right through this because I ran into some challenges while applying my liner. I don't have a mirror that's attached to my ring light right now, so I was trying to do this all through the camera of my phone, and it was becoming an epic fail. And I kept putting my head down so that I can look into an actual mirror to see what I was doing, but I kept building the liner, and the line just kept getting thicker and thicker. You're gonna see bits of it through this, but I had to keep working at it and building the liner up over and over again because I'm like a freaking perfectionist. I feel like your liner is life, especially the wing liner, and if it's not on point, honey, just hang it up. So I had to keep working at it to get it exactly the way I wanted to. And I was like, let me just speed through this and get through it. As you can see right there, I already messed up. And I was like, my God. But I'm gonna just build up the liner and make sure that it looks good. But at the end of the day, it actually came out bomb. Like, you wouldn't even know that that wasn't my intent to go that thick with the liner. So just stay tuned. And I know this is long. This video is long, but bear with me, guys. The final look is almost here. The final look is coming to an end. And then I'm just going to apply some highlighter to my cheekbones. Here we go. Just gonna tap that in. I like to put a little on my chin, just a little, very little. And I am going to contour my nose. This is bothering me. Like, I feel like I need to fix that line. I'm probably gonna fix it because I'm definitely a perfectionist. But it was a little difficult for me doing this off of a mirror and doing it from my phone. Or using my phone as a mirror, actually. It was definitely different for me. I like to just put that down there, like so. Boom. Booyah. And this is some beauty supply store lashes, but beauty supply store mascara. It works just as fine. And me personally, I like to fill in my moles. And because like the oil is like seeping through this foundation like crazy, I am just mattifying it with some more powder. Again, I told you guys I like to look super matte. And I feel like I'm starting to look a little greasy. Now, if I had more time to apply lashes, this is pretty much how it would look, which would really take this look to the next level. All right, there we go. So this one is acting retarded, but this is basically how the look would be if I added lashes to it. And for lips, I would just keep it real calm and do gloss, because this look is very dramatic. And you don't need too much going on. Like, I personally don't like, sorry, my battery's dying. I personally don't like a busy lip with a busy eye. So, and I actually like to put a little highlight above my lip, but I should have did this before I put the lip gloss on, but it's cool. And voila, this is the finished look. And then of course I would just take my hair down. My hair is super crazy right now, but just so you guys get an idea of how it would look overall. And of course, and this is would be the finished look. Of course, without my lash falling off. But again, I'm about to go to sleep, so I'm not gonna bother actually putting it on. So this is the finished look. And of course you see like what a big difference it makes with the lashes. Lashes always kicks it up a few notches. But yes, so that's the look. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thanks for checking out my repeats. Now, I personally like the shadow showing here. If you didn't want that effect, you could just take some concealer . Clean it up. And boom, you're done. And just darken the brow a bit more. And you're done.